Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Zombie. Today I'm going to be teaching you some simple and easy ways to shade your digital art drawings. The program I will be using is Procreate. I just bought it for my iPad. Should be pretty accessible if you've got an iPad. It's only $12, but setting prices aside, these shading techniques should work for most, if not all, drawing programs. If your drawing program does not have the ability to do any of these, I apologize, but these shading techniques are very simple for any beginner digital artists, people who want to try out shading, people who want to learn shading, or if you just want something new. So let's get right into the video. Before we begin, I would love it if you guys could like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and support me in my future endeavors. Thank you so much, and let's get right back into the video. For our first shading technique, I have drawn out a little sketch of my character Pebble. We are going to make a new layer, and for this you can either do red or purple, recommended, or do any color you want. For this drawing, I'm going to use red. Then you're going to go to your red layer, and you want to switch it from normal to multiply. Make sure it's on multiply, not anything else. And then you're going to set the opacity to something lower. I usually set mine around 40%. Next, you're going to take the color you chose and go all the way up to the top if you're using a square color wheel, and you will start applying your highlights. So I used red, so for my highlights I used pink. The color with the multiplier layer translates really well onto your shading. Being able to adjust to the color, this is much better. Why did I just say better? This is much better than shading with just black or using white as your highlights. As you can see here, I decided to go with a light from sort of overhead, sort of in the front. You can use whatever light angle you would like. This is just specifically for shading. This isn't a tutorial on how to do lighting itself and angles. I recommend you go to another YouTube video for that, or if I upload one in the future, check that out too. As you can see, it translates really well onto most of the colors, and I don't have to swap the color I'm using because of it. Using multiply layers for your shading really helps to get work done faster, more efficient, and it can really add some pop to your work. The next technique we have is a very basic one that's used by a lot of digital artists, and that is creating a layer for the light and the layer for the shades. So here's me making a shade layer. I changed the opacity because I don't want it to be too strong personally. You can choose if you want the opacity there or not. And I just go in and I shade with a darker color. Make sure to never, unless it's an art style thing, do what you want to do, make sure to never shade with black. Black can really take the life out of your drawings, and using more vibrant colors can attract more attention when you're doing art. So what I usually do, and what I did in this video for my Pebble character's hair, I chose a not super vibrant but not super bright green, so somewhere in the middle. I prefer using a square color chart personally. It helps me keep track of my colors better. And then I did the same thing where I chose a bright color, not too dull, not too, eccentrically loud. And I went in and I did the lighting. This is usually used by most people and most digital artists that I have seen, although they also tend to develop their own techniques after lots of practice and getting to know their art style. Since this is a beginner video, I do not expect anyone to know their art style, and art style can even be very difficult for advanced artists. Art is subjective, and don't feel bad about anything you've drawn, because in the end, it is a journey, and you're still on it. As you can see, I went in and I chose a reddish dark pink for the skin and then changed the opacity. This is just a preference for me personally. I really like using dark pinks for skin shading. Now this next technique I will be doing will combine the other two techniques I've taught you. This is a little more advanced, but I call it the string method. This is a method I personally made myself. I don't know if anyone else has posted about it or made anything about it, and I don't claim to have like made it. It's just something I learned along the way. You want to take different shade ranges and colors of your characters, and then you want to draw these little lines to describe it in all sorts of different colors in the shade range of the in this case green that I'm using. I am choosing a ton of different shades, making different layers, and just drawing little highlights or shadows depending on the area. If it is an area I want shading, I use darker colors. If it's an area I would like highlights, I use lighter colors. I do not care about shading in the lines for this because I personally think it gives it a little more of a 3D look if you do it outside of the line art. You can do it inside of the line art if you would like. This is totally optional, and this is just an art style preference for myself. This shading technique is very stylized and very specific, so if it does not go with your style or your artwork or what you are looking for, that is all right. Do not worry. This is just a video of shading. You can try techniques that you don't have to do, that you don't have to like, just options that you can test out, mess with, figure out what you want to do for yourself. So as you can see, I'm just going in here, adding little different lines, putting them in different places, lighter colors in the highlights, darker colors in the shadows, and just tracing along, dilly-dallying, having some fun with it. I make sure that when you're doing hair, the hair is going in the right direction, unless they're like little strands or something that are coming off the sides. Those are usually used in a lot of artwork that I've seen, and also a hair is just strands, so not everything will fall perfectly in place. It definitely is a very solid, not very soft shading technique with this one. If you would like to use softer shading, I recommend using the multiply method, but instead of using the studio brush like I was, use a soft brush when you're doing the pink shading. Or another color. I personally used pink, so if you want to go back to that part of the video and use a soft brush instead of a studio paintbrush like I was, that should work perfectly fine with the technique. For this one specifically, soft brushes will not work as well. If you want to absolutely use an airbrush, I would recommend using a medium hard airbrush, which Procreate does already have on the platform. If you're using another platform, or I don't even know, like drawing on paper, then that is completely fine. I personally cannot recommend you anything other than what I am showing in this video. So hopefully this is good enough for what you want to do or try to do. Like I said, not all styles fit one person, so make sure that you are experimenting with stuff you have fun doing, the stuff you want to do, what you hope for, and make sure you really make your art your own, because in the end, art is your expression, it's your talent. Well, it's not really talent, but here I am going and I am using an eraser with a soft airbrush, and I am erasing the top and bottom of the strings I put to make it look a little less harsh. This way it can look more naturally blend into the hair. I also did it around the face a bit because of her bangs. Next I am going to use a clipping layer on the line art to change the color of the line art on the hair to something more relaxing to look at, not as stapling as black. There is no shame in using black for line art. I just think it makes my art look a little more soft and how I personally would like it to look when I use a clipping layer. If you do not know how to use clipping, I would recommend learning or looking it up or finding a video. If I have a video on it in the future, go ahead and check that out. But for now, as of uploading this video, I do not. Here I'm just fixing up some of the clipping I did, making it look a little neater, even though this is for a little video. Just, you know, making it look a little more presentable in my own opinion. Next, I'm going to move on to highlighting the skin in the same way. Now, you don't want to do the skin the same way you do the hair. You're just going to do it a little lighter and put some highlights in spots that you want. As you can see, I did it on the side of her face, which is where I thought it best belonged. I also did some on her shoulders, and then I went ahead and did the gold on her. I chose a lighter color of the yellow and did a little shine. Cleaned it up a little bit because I just felt like I needed to. It wasn't really anything specific for the video. And then I moved on to the clothes. Just chose a little bit lighter of a color and did the same thing I did for the skin, going along the line art and highlighting that. And then I finished this technique. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. These are the 3 techniques that beginners or intermediates can hopefully get a grasp on pretty quickly with some practice. Feel free to subscribe and like the video. It would be greatly appreciated, but obviously there's no forcing. I'm Zombie, and I am out.